encender su cámara, por favor.
Muy buenos días, hermanos y hermanas de nuestra sagrada comunidad de toda América Latina. Para mí es un verdadero placer dar inicio a nuestro jundoque familiar de este día de hoy. Hoy nos acompañan en la sección número 660 un grupo de hermanos y hermanas líderes que colaboran en nuestra sagrada comunidad en la República Dominicana, Costa Rica y Trinidad y Tobago Celestial. Damos la especial bienvenida a todos los líderes, familias bendecidas de hermanos y hermanas que se nos unen hoy a nuestra condición de devoción matutina de nuestro jundoque, especialmente a los que se nos unen hoy por primera vez. Nos llena de muchísima alegría el poder verlo y empezar este nuevo día de bendición y gracia juntos como una gran región celestial. Me acompañan a hacer nuestra declaración de hoy. Hoy día 5, en el segundo mes, en el calendario celestial, en el 11º año del Chonilgu, 26 de marzo del año 2023, en la sesión 660 del jundoque matutino. Ofrecemos nuestra determinación de restaurar 1/3 de la población en nuestra región antes del 2027, unidos como una sagrada comunidad victoriosa. Saludemos de una manera muy especial a nuestros queridísimos padres y madres celestiales. Chonji Champumoni que Kyombe. Claro. Hacemos nuestro juramento familiar número 4. Nuestra familia, soberana del Chonilgu, promete con amor verdadero crear una gran familia universal, el ideal divino de la creación y perfeccionar un mundo de libertad, paz, unidad y felicidad. Me llena de mucha alegría y orgullo al invitar a nuestro queridísimo hermano, el señor Milton Castillo Murillo, que nos acompaña hoy desde el lindo país de Costa Rica y que nos honra hoy ofreciendo la oración representativa en nombre de todos nosotros. Muchas gracias y bienvenido al señor Milton por estar con nosotros acompañándonos en nuestra oración de hoy. Bienvenido.
Hola, buenos días a todos. Gracias por estar reunidos en este hermoso servicio de Hondogen. Vamos a orar, inclinamos nuestros rostros. Amoroso Handul Pumunin, victoriosos Padres verdaderos del cielo, la tierra y la humanidad. Gracias por regalarnos un nuevo día de vida, por regalarnos la oportunidad de estar reunidos hoy aquí recibiendo tu palabra para poder iniciar este maravilloso día cargados de energía positiva para poder avanzar en nuestra providencia de evangelizar y de testificar a nuestras hermosas familias y a nuestras hermosas comunidades. Oramos, amoroso Handul Pumunin, por cada uno de los miembros aquí reunidos, por ellos y sus familias, para que los acompañes y juntos disfrutemos de toda tu maravillosa creación, para que podamos avanzar en la providencia, para que podamos tener la sabiduría, la fortaleza de podernos guiar como verdaderos hijos, para que podamos tener esa unión de mente y cuerpo. Oramos por cada uno de nuestros líderes en esta maravillosa región, para que tenga victoria en sus respectivas misiones, para que los guíes y les des protección a cada uno de ellos. Oramos por la salud de la Madre verdadera, para que la protejas y la guíes. Oramos por los hijos de ella y sus familias, para que se puedan unir en amor y en obediencia a los padres verdaderos. Oramos por la providencia en Japón, para que puedan superar sus rencores y sus resentimientos y se puedan unir en apoyo a los padres verdaderos. Oramos también por la victoria de la visión 2027. Oramos por la unificación pacífica de Corea del Norte y Corea del Sur en la Corea Celestial unificada. Pedimos, amoroso Handul Pumunin, tu guía y tu sabiduría para poder alcanzar victoria en nuestro mesianismo tribal, para que podamos realmente ser representantes de tu amor y compartirlo con nuestras hermosas comunidades. Pedimos para que en este maravilloso día tú guíes nuestros pensamientos, palabras y acciones en cada instante. Oro y reporto esta oración en nombre de los padres verdaderos y en propio nombre Milton Castro Murillo, un ciudadano del Chonilgú. Ayú.
Es un verdadero honor para mí invitar a nuestra querida hermana mayor, la señora Prince Lee, que se nos une hoy desde la preciosa isla caribeña de Trinidad y Tobago. Ella nos honra hoy leyendo las preciosas palabras de nuestro mundo que del libro Pyongyang, Escritura de Paz. Muchas gracias y bienvenida a la señora Lee por acompañarnos hoy y empezar este lindo día junto con nosotros. Bienvenida.
Good morning to all leaders and my brothers and sisters. This morning, I am very privileged and I'm honored this morning to do the Hundeke reading. And the reading is breaking down barriers to establish world peace. And this is the continuation of Father's Word at the United Nations in August 18 to 2000. Please join me in the reading. Ladies and gentlemen, even though God is an omnipotent being, has he ever been made the owner of love? True love is not something you can have by yourself. What it implies is that you cannot receive love when you are alone. For love, man absolutely requires woman. This is because it is only through the existence of woman that by earning woman love, man can have the right to be the owner of love. These are amazing words. If a man is without a woman, he cannot avoid living as a bachelor. No matter how great he is, what does the word bachelor mean? It means a man living alone. That is why he is pitiable, no matter how remarkable he is in other respects. A man living alone cannot achieve true love. God has true love, true life, true lineage, and true conscience. The conscience he has is not rough-hewn. Instead, it is level and smooth. Yes, he has all these things. But what is the one thing through which the value of having them is realized? The value can never be realized when one is isolated and alone. Why is this so? Even if a man is so remarkable that he is made of a prime minister or a president, and he falls and he talks grandly, when all is said and done, he is only half a human being when by himself. This is the case for both men and women. Without a doubt, a man is only half of the whole. Why is a man only half? A man only has the convex and not the concave. In order to attain complete love, you need both the concave and the convex. In order for a man to make up for the concave that he is missing, he needs his other half, which is the woman. Together with the woman, he can finally complete true love. Yes, when we look into the fall of our first human ancestors, we see that they were unable to unite their body and mind as one with the lineage of God. Instead, they became connected to the bloodline of Satan. They could have formed 3 generations, bringing forth the grandchildren of God, but such grandchildren did not come to be. Descendants of God are multiplied after restoring the 3 generations through the providence of salvation. They are connected to the lineage of God and are without a doubt the seeds of the sons and daughters desired by God and by Adam. Once they are planted, regardless of where it may be, they can feed on the milk of their parents, and original sons and daughters grow up and live in the kingdom of heaven automatically. Instead, due to the fall, the lineage of Satan came to rip in our bodies. That is why we need to do something that will sever our bloodline and drain that blood from our bodies 10 times, 12 times. We need to die and come back to life. Nonetheless, it is difficult to change a polluted bloodline. This is a big problem. Have you ever thought about the state your body is in? It is horrifying to face the fact that we are wretched people with the bloodline of our enemy for countless of generations enveloping our bones and our flesh and written within us, and that our bodies have conquered our minds and are ravaging them. What would have been a north-south connection became an east-west connection, and this was the fall. Then the question is, how can this ill-begotten east-west connection be righted to become a north-south connection? The treatment to serve the wrong connection and make it the right connection is the blessing of the Unification Church. The marriage blessing ceremony connects people to the original lineage. The meaning of the blessing of the Unification Church. Originally, if Adam and Eve had not fallen, they would have become the external parents connected by lineage centering on the true love of God, they would have become one with the internal Father God and become the spiritual and physical human ancestors living in the absolute true love of God. The point in time when Adam and Eve were to stand at the central local point was the moment when they were to make love for the first time on their night of their wedding. And thus become one in body in love centering on God. However, through the fall of Adam and Eve, that was lost. God had planned to plant conjugal love in human beings, yet he was able to secure a place to plant it. And so he became miserable. Can God experience love by himself? Even if a woman is wonderful and beautiful, and she still needs someone in the form of a man, even a man of minimal ability and shabby appearance. A woman may have love, life, lineage, and conscience in her heart, but they will not be stirred up until a man appears. Until then, love will not be activated and centering on love. Life will not be activated. The lineage will not be set aflame, and the conscience will not stand as the object partner. Similarly, through the appearance of the object partner, that is through the appearance of a woman, the love, life, and bloodline of a man will finally be set aflame. If Adam and Eve had waited until the age of 18, they would have received the blessing of God and become husband and wife in the proper way. They would have become the true ancestors of humanity. However, they fell because they thoughtlessly played with fire at the age of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know why God is a pitiable being? Though he is the great king of true love, he lost the place where he had desired to become one body with the human ancestors and engage in true love. No matter how much he adored the true love within him, this love within him became nothing but the love of a widower or widow. In other words, he became a God with the heart of true love who lost his object partner, and so he is a sad God. Adam and Eve had the responsibility to become the ideal object partner in the family of God. They were, in effect, to acquire the position of the owners of true love and liberate it. Nonetheless, they were not able to fulfill their responsibility. Their lifelong hope in God occupying the position of the owner of true love, but they failed. In the blessing of the Unification Church, the first condition is for the blessed couple to engage in true love in the position of the bridegroom and the bride of God and inherit that lost tradition as long as we do not deny the true love that engages God for tens of thousands of years, and furthermore, and forevermore, we will without a doubt be his sons and daughters and his blood relations. Who makes the position of the owner of true love? Who can make the place where God can truly love a man and woman? Who can form the position of the owner of true love, where he can form the relationship of lineage? The answer is that only his sons and daughters can establish true love and lineage, and no one else. The place where sons and daughters are born is the place where the dual characteristics of God are divided. You need to know that sons and daughters have equal value. God cannot love the baby in the womb except through your couple. He can love them from the position of the owner of the son and the owner of the daughter. You can restore this through baby born in your family. In this way, God can become the owner of the time of infancy. Then the owner of the time of childhood, the owner of the time of brothers and sisters, the owner of the time of husband and wife, and the owner of the time of parents. God's final ownership is through the birth of grandchildren. God is the first generation, and Adam and Eve were the second generation. But their children, who were to have been the third generation, were snatched away by the devil. Now, through his sons and daughters, in place of Adam and Eve, God can restore through indemnity and position of the owner of true love. When this comes to pass, God will recognize his sons and daughters as second parents. He will have the position of parents, the same position as that from which he truly loved Adam and Eve. Only by setting up 3 generations in this manner can the grandfather and the father truly love the grandchild of God as the perfected seed for generations to come. Thus, the grandchild can receive true love from the grandchild, representing the kingship of the physical world. The grandchildren are born with the inheritance of the lineage of true love, representing those 2 kingdoms. Therefore, they are the fruit. They represent the future kingship of the earth and the heavenly spirit world. This is how the kingdom of heaven on earth will be governed in the age of the sons and daughters. From the third generation to all generations, descendants will multiply as the fruit. Consequently, religion will be unnecessary, for everyone will be destined to go to the kingdom of heaven as long as they listen to the words of their parents and become one in the practice of true love. This is the original creation, the ideal form of the 8 stages of true love. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, for the opportunity this morning to read such a passionate and overwhelming heart of love this morning.
Muchísimas gracias. Nuestro reiterado agradecimiento a todos los hermanos y hermanas que se nos unieron hoy por primera vez a nuestra sesión de Jundoque. Muchísimas gracias y sean todos bienvenidos y bienvenidas. Les invitamos a todos ahora a que oremos todos juntos. Un especial agradecimiento a la República Dominicana, a Costa Rica, Trinidad y Tobago, que un grupo de hermanos y hermanas hoy de esos países celestiales que nos estuvieron acompañando hoy en nuestra sesión de un doque familiar. También nuestro agradecimiento al señor Orbo por asistirnos en la parte de la interpretación. También al señor Milton por acompañarnos en la oración. También a la señora Lee que nos acompañó con la lectura de nuestra sagrada palabra de hoy. Éxitos y bendiciones a todos ustedes, líderes, familias bendecidas, apreciados hermanas y hermanas de nuestra sagrada comunidad de Champumoni. Muchísimas gracias. Okmansei para todos y que Dios nos bendiga a todos.
Recuerden la ceremonia de inicio de la condición de 40 días hoy. Seis de la tarde, hora de Costa Rica. 7 de la noche, hora de Panamá y Jamaica. 8 de la noche, hora de la República Dominicana, Barbados, Santa Lucía.
Ok.
Gracias. Buenos días.
Todos van a entrar como panelistas, invitados especiales. 사랑하는 친구들 사랑합니다.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buen día.
Buenos días a todos.
Que Dios me bendiga, me bendiga, hermana. Gracias. Gracias, hermana.
Thank you, Sister Lee, for your
Víctor,
Buenos
buenos
días a
días,
todos.
hermano.
Que pasen un feliz domingo.
Familia Girón. Julio, buenos días, hermano.
Cheryl. 사랑합니다.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, good sister.
Have a lovely week, everyone.
Oh, our sister Patty.
Good morning, Reverend. Good morning, Reverend. And to everyone, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
사랑합니다.
Buenos días, excelente domingo para todos.
Oh, my bendita ya.
Anita.
Buen día, buen día. Saludos a todos. Buen día.
Feliz semana.